your eardrums.
Oh, fuck. Thank you.
Flip them out.
There it is.
Dude, it's not that loud on my stuff, bro. I don't know why you keep saying that. Cover your
Turn,
ears.
Your
I mean,
hearing
turn it to the
thing.
max, and then you
I
know.
can just take mine off my right side and it'd be fine. So,
There it
Mine's,
is.
it's kind of like,
It's because you're deaf.
Gotta have the deaf jokes.
yeah.
All right, welcome to episode 5 of Shoot the Shit.
How's this still going?
Yeah, right. You know, we got our one watcher right now who actually just left. So we're down to
I'll
0.
be damn.
Damn.
I'm Willie Mack. We got the commish up in the corner. Trey in his green room. Can't see shit. And that was his middle finger that Trey just used in case.
I think you can see that, man. I think you can see it.
And then Captain Clutch with the red room
Captain
and all the
Clutch.
Raiders swag.
Robo Raider 8. Excuse you.
Oh my God.
Still Captain Clutch.
All right, fine.
Doesn't
I'll
matter
just-
what you say.
Here, hold on. Let me edit.
Yeah, you
All
need
right.
to change
Oh,
it.
he's gonna go and fix it. Good job,
There we
Will.
go.
Thanks for bringing this up.
Yep.
Good job, Mr. Beast.
Fuck.
No, Mr. Breast or Breast or whatever
Mr.
it was.
West.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Breast.
my
Like,
favorite,
what was that
bro.
about? I still don't know what. And then they were asking
Gator.
for like, what's your favorite video game? Oh, what's the video game you played a lot, Tyler? That was
Oh, Overwatch?
Overwatch. He's like, what's your Overwatch main? I'm like, the fuck's that?
Trey got me
Ain't nobody
into
got time for
Overwatch.
that.
Overwatch used to be a blast. It was I think it was probably fun because at the time I felt like I was good at it. And I think that's half the battle with video games. So,
Kind of like Fortnite.
yes.
I'm never good at that though.
No, I don't know. We were all right at Fortnite. We had a lot of wins, like almost 700 wins.
Well, hey, y'all had the kills. I was just there for the team morale.
What are we talking about here, fellas? Let's get back into football. Right?
That's a good
I like
point.
this video game as much as the next guy, but this isn't what this podcast is about.
No,
Okay,
fantasy
it's
football.
about and it's about talking shit.
We shoot the shit, that's for sure.
We only talk it too.
Yeah. Well, I got to start off with talking shit to Chase because number 1 team in the league, and I ended up beating him by almost 10 points. And I'm trying to fucking tank. So
Me too,
Fuck
apparently. I mean,
you, Chase.
I beat
Honestly-
Chase last week 115.12 to 105.94. Chase was projected to beat me by 14 and a half.
projections are stupid.
Wilbo Baggins defeated Sweet Pea 154.36 to 125.98.
That's right.
Trey coming in getting a win 131.9 to 125 over Grant Robinson.
I thought I was
Zero.
giving up my season. I'm coming back. This is where I take over.
All
Hey,
right.
would Grant Robinson have won if he did not make the trade with Chase?
What was
What?
his?
What?
No,
Ayuk?
DeAndre
what
Swift
are you-
outplayed Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, Swift had 17.8.
He's a stud, man. He's a good
Yeah,
offensive line.
with a lost fumble.
Mm.
So
Huh, dang.
yeah. Let's see. Wendell defeated Jed 136.38 to 97.5.
On his wedding week, poor Jed getting his ass kicked.
Oh man,
Dang.
he's just having a rough go of it. Also, would like to point out Wendell's projected was 136.97, and he hit 136.38. So
Damn.
that was pretty good. Even though
Yeah.
his total points he could have gotten was higher than that, but projection starting the week with his lineup, he almost hit spot on.
Dang.
He was
and
a
it-
smart
Rarely
off.
see it.
Those
Not bad.
projections are never close.
No. And then Hayden defeated Grant Collins 150.34 to 123.52. That rounds out week 6 score.
This week sucked.
It did suck.
There was not a whole lot of scoring. Seemed like big plays were like too far in between. It's just there's no
Well,
fun.
so I actually have some stats on that from this season before we get too far into that. Explosive plays are actually down across the NFL this year.
It's just so
um,
weird.
And let's see here. The average combined points per game by year for weeks 1 through 6. The last 2 years have been down to 43, but they haven't been that low since 2010.
Damn.
So, and that's actual NFL scoring. In 2018, we had seen 328 passing touchdowns in 186 games. Through week 6 this year, we've seen only 245 passing touchdowns.
Good
So
Lord.
that's 83 fewer passing touchdowns.
Wow.
And over 100 total offensive touchdowns down from 28 this year.
You know what's crazy about that? So I think it was last week or the week before. I was looking at doing a player profile. I couldn't find anything I wanted, so I was looking through like historical, like the best weeks, and I went back I think 5 years, and the average number of 40 or more point players per week over the last, I want to say it was 3 or 4 years, was somewhere around, it was between 0.8 and 0.9. So you'd have, in an 18-week season, you'd have 16, 40-point performances. And up until I think last week, we were having 1.5 40-point performances per week, which is odd because if you tell me that this is that's how we're stacking up. Now, this week we didn't have anybody score 40 points, I don't think.
And
So
maybe
I'm sure
that's the
that kinda
reason
skews it.
why, is because you have that one player scoring so many points, but it's
Yeah.
masking all the poor scoring behind you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would like to see if there's more field goals being kicked, and maybe there's more defenses that are doing a bend but don't break kind of style of defense, where they're just trying to make sure you kick a field goal rather than have good red zone percentage touchdowns or something like that.
And another thing too that was crazy about this, even though it doesn't really directly affect fantasy, the average margin of victory by year across the NFL weeks 1 through 6, this was the highest at 12.1 since 2014 at 13.1.
Weird.
Yeah.
Man.
So
There
games
seem to be
aren't
some close
competitive.
games too. It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, when you have Miami that's dropped 70 one week.
True. Yeah.
And the
literally
Giants
beating
have
Bronco by
71
50.
total points this year, and the Patriots have 72 total points this year.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
The
Okay?
Giants don't have a touchdown in the last 12 quarters, right? Or 9 quarters or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gross.
That's horrible. Yeah, that is gross.
Yeah.
The best
Well,
way
hey,
to describe it, it's gross.
The Patriots and Raiders were two of the teams that hadn't scored over 20 points this season, and then the Patriots give up that safety at the very end of the game.
I refuse to
give the
believe
Raiders
that we've
over
scored 20.
points.
No, I refuse to believe that. The offense only scored 19. They still have not scored 20 points. That does not count.
Hey, whatever makes you sleep at night.
Sure.
All right. Tyler, you got the draft order for us?
Yep, sure do. So just a little bit of shuffling for the most part. They're pretty consistent. So Trey still sits at the 101. He is 40 points displaced from the second overall pick, which technically belongs to Will. What'd I say?
Displaced. Like, you suck,
Oh, yeah.
Trey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, granted, he did gain some ground because it was like 65 last week.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, okay. See?
So we
Yeah,
got
so
Trey,
maybe shut the fuck up, okay? About my team, my players. My boys out there sacrificing on the gridiron, getting me points, getting me a win this week. You don't do that.
I didn't get any wins this week.
That's rough. We got technically Jed is at the 102, but that belongs to Will. Will's actual pick is at the 103. Then we've got Wendell, Sweet Pea, Grant Robinson, Grant Collins, myself, which is in possession by Jedediah Tyson, Big Bison Jed Tyson. Then we follow up the caboose at the 109 with Chase and the 110 with Gabe.
Fun.
Fuck him.
And I want to point out something on that too. The 5 pick is closer to Trey at number 1 than to the 6 pick.
Damn.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty damn crazy.
Is because I know you have this on a legit spreadsheet. Is yours? Tell me how many points you have for Trey. Do you have that pulled up?
826.76.
Okay, and what do you have for Hayden?
1064.62.
Boy, the pen and paper method is tried and true.
Yeah. Well,
But we're going to rely on that.
Well, one thing that it actually has me at 5 and Wendell at 3 and Sweet Pea at 4. But there's 3 points difference between the 3, so I imagine there's probably something.
So I've got you at 878.66. I've got Wendell with 881.34 and Sweet Pea with 881.8.
Okay, so I need to go back and look at mine because that's the only one we're off.
Yours?
Yeah, I've got 884.6.
Hmm. Well, it's
So-
tight either way, but we're gonna use
back
what
up
you've
there.
got because yours is actually we can bet it, but
Actually,
mine is pen and
Excel.
paper. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the lineup.
But
All right. Let's see here.
Oh, you want me to hit the weekly payout this week? I
Yeah,
wanna
yeah. Hit the weekly payouts.
So this week the high scoring was yours truly. Thank you. Thank you.
is
I
that
don't
2
like-
weeks now?
No, just one. But I don't feel like I had anybody that had like a great week. Like, I mean, nobody had a bad week except for I think Devontae Adams, which I think he's going to get the squeaky wheel treatment next week or in the future. He's had 9 targets the past
He's
2
getting
weeks.
frustrated.
Yeah,
he's
and then
Get me out of Dodge.
well, I don't blame him. I'd be mad too. I mean, you're talking about a guy who over his career I think has averaged more than 10 targets a game, and he's got 9 the last 2 weeks. Like,
Well, what's going to be interesting with that is having Aiden O'Connell likely playing
I hope.
instead of Garoppolo, because
I
Garoppolo had to
hope.
go to the hospital with his back injury.
so Hayden's
Man,
got.
it's like
he's-
Brock Osweiler 2.0.
Seriously though.
Jimmy
He
G.
wasn't bad though.
Yeah, Brock
Similar
Osweiler
players.
wasn't bad for 1 year.
That's
And
fair.
then he was fucking dog shit every year after. He
We've
couldn't
got,
even get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. Never drafted DeAndre Hopkins since that year.
He sounds like Ryan
Darius
Tannehill
Thompson?
reincarnated.
Oh no,
Wait,
he
Thompson.
did play for the Texans. That's right. Yeah.
All right, we got Grant Robinson's got 10, Chase has got 10, Hayden's got 20, Sweet Pea is with 10, and myself is also with 10. So we'll pay those out all at the end of the year. We'll kind of give everybody payouts up as soon as the season's over with.
Top scorers of the week only hit 2 over 30.
Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. So I'm going to say some names here. We're not going to talk about them. We're just going to say the names, and then we're going to move on because
cool. We got something special for you at the end of this.
yeah,
We're going to try
you
to
got,
roll through this shit pretty quick.
Dak at 25, Jared Goff 22, Tua Tagovailoa at 22, Jalen Hurts at 20, and Justin Herbert at 19. And it's let's see, this isn't where it gets gross. Raheem Mostert with 34, Travis Etienne 23, Kyron Williams with 22, Breece Hall with 20, Derrick Henry with 19. And here's where it gets ugly. We've got Amon-Ra at 30, Adam Thielen, the absolute GOAT, the resurgence.
GOAT.
He's the
Crazy.
best receiver in football, 28.5. Tyreek Hill, no big deal. Cooper Kupp and Drake London, who is having, honestly, outside of the first week and the third week, he's
2
not
weeks.
bad.
Yeah. Good 2 weeks.
So here's where it gets real fun. So we've got Travis Kelce at 21.4, Dalton Schultz at 16. The Schultz has had a great 3 weeks. He's getting going by, so he'll get 0 this week. Kyle Pitts making a back-to-back appearance. Jonnu Smith and Michael Mayer.
The fact that you've got 2 tight ends on the same fucking team on that list.
Yeah.
Insane.
Crazy.
Just stupid.
Yep.
Totally stupid.
They still say Desmond Ritter is the worst quarterback in the league.
I wish they'd let Tyler Heineken.
Did they watch fucking Gardner Minshew throw 3 interceptions the other day?
What about Tannehill? I mean, at least
Hey.
Desmond Ritter can run.
Well,
Tannehill-
we'll talk about it here soon.
I'll ride by this. Tannehill on the cart when he was riding off the field because he was standing in the tunnel and they brought the cart for him. If you watch the video of him getting on that cart, he realizes that he is likely not starting another game for the Titans. You can see it
think?
on his face.
Good. He shouldn't. They need to give Banana Boy a chance.
That's where it needs to go because Malik Willis still
Yeah.
doesn't know how to throw the ball.
Give Banana Boy a chance. I mean, you drafted him. Didn't they trade for him? They traded to get
Traded
the
up to
You
get
know
him, yeah.
Give him a chance, man. Your season's a loss, right? What's their record? They
and
won
4.
what? 2?
2-4. Hey, now look, here's the crazy thing. So in 2019, they were 2-4 going into the bye week and switched from quarterback number 8, Marcus Mariota, to quarterback number 17, Ryan Tannehill, out of it, and they went to the AFC Championship game. This year, 2-4 going into the bye week, and you have an opportunity to swap from quarterback number 17, Ryan Tannehill, to quarterback number 8, Will Levis.
Oh man,
Close
they
the
gotta
loop.
do it. You
Yeah.
gotta do it.
Close the loop.
If you don't, man, we might have like Harambe too. You gotta make that move. You know what I mean? Like it might be another Harambe situation on our hands.
We don't need a Harambe situation.
No, dude.
And the
Like,
Titans
things
come
got
out of
things
bye.
got bad after that.
Titans come out of bye playing the Falcons at home wearing the Oilers uniforms. Like, come on.
Give Banana
Extra
Boy
Yeah,
a chance.
dude. Do the right thing. I'm not even a Titans
Do the
fan.
right
Just do
thing.
the right thing.
Dude,
All right. Chase, injuries. Had
All right.
quite a few big ones this week.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through this list here. So we're gonna just start from the top. Greg Dulcich potentially going to IR. They're contemplating that. Kyron
After he
Williams,
just came back from
right?
IR.
Yeah, exactly. Kyron Williams, he may potentially. They're contemplating IR, but they do believe he will miss a few weeks, but will at least come back to week 10 after their bye. On a side note, Rivers, the other running back for the Rams, also went to IR. Oof. Deshaun Watson did not practice subscapularis injury. That's the internal rotator, literally what causes you to literally throw the ball. So they don't know if he's going to be able to even play this year. There's a lot of question marks around his recovery. So
It's
I guess
because
we'll
he can't
see.
get a massage.
This is all pain related, isn't it?
The subscapularis is literally the internal rotator of like the humerus. So like this motion, what causes this motion here to throw your football,
Right.
that's what that muscle is.
But his
And-
is all pain. Like this, like he is medically cleared. Medically speaking, he can play, but it's so painful that he can't. Right?
Yeah,
That's
and
the
I mean
deal.
that's what gives you your torque. That's what gives you your
Yeah.
power on the ball. And if you don't have that, and you don't have deep ball threat, I mean, I don't know. So and they may be not playing him because he can't throw the ball like very well. He just sucks. So I don't know. They may have to ride with DTR or whatever his name is.
PJ Walker.
That or the rookies, the UCLA quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, he's questionable with the knee. He made it seem like he was going to play, but who knows? McCole Hardman got traded back to Kansas City. That's kind of fun. Jimmy G is not practicing because he's a little bitch. Let's see here. The Rams signed Myles Gaskins from the Vikings practice squad since, all the Rams running backs went to IR basically.
I think they
Josh-
signed Royce Freeman too.
Mhm.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was. And then there was someone else that they signed. They have now 3 running backs that they just randomly signed, ready to go for this upcoming week. Josh Allen, he is not concerned about his shoulder injury. Thinks he's going to be just fine. Justin Fields is doubtful to play. He's also unsure if he's going to need surgery on that thumb or not. There's rumors that are saying that he's concerned that if he does have surgery, he will no longer be the quarterback for Chicago because they are most likely going to have the 1 and 2 pick in the draft, and they will not pass up on Caleb Williams. So that's the reason why he's trying to push through this thumb injury, because this is his last shot of proving he's the guy. So, oof.
Now that you mentioned Caleb Williams, he has gone down my list some because the fucker already wants to try to get partial ownership of a team where he gets drafted.
Is that
Like-
not insane?
What?
His agents or whoever his representatives are starting to tell teams that if you get the number 1 pick, he wants partial ownership, and that's illegal. It's against the NFL rules. Aaron Rodgers wanted partial ownership of the Jets when he went over there and redid his contract, but the NFL said no. So I don't know why the fuck this fucking 20-year-old thinks he can come in and say that with his fucking nails painted and all this other bullshit.
This is what happens when you give the kids fucking money.
Money.
Give them everything they
Yes.
want.
Stupid.
Bro,
Now they think they're
dude.
fucking.
Yeah. I don't care how good you are, you're not going to get partial ownership of the team. Like,
That's
it's just not
insane.
going to fucking happen.
Well, that's also coming from Caleb Williams as well, saying that he may skip a year to just if he doesn't like the team that has a number 1
I've seen
pick.
that. That is so
Yeah.
insane. That is so
Yeah,
crazy.
He can
But
make
they're
more
making
money.
millions of dollars with their what?
In college, yeah.
NFL?
I mean,
St-
why not play an extra year at this
So
point?
Shadur Sanders is making like $4.5 million this year. If he goes in the second or third round where he's projected, he would make less than half that.
Oh my god, dude! It's gotten crazy to the
Mhm.
point to where they need to limit it.
They need to cap it. They need to cap it. That's insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe they didn't do that all fucking ready.
But if you
I can't
cap
do
it, then it becomes a professional league, right? I mean, that's basically what professional sports is.
Pretty much fucking paying them.
I mean, that's just basically
Like,
professional sports anyway.
They're
isn't it?
they're at that point you're professional anyway.
That's why college football sucks so
And
bad.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. Seriously. Anthony Richardson, season-ending surgery. Still weird because that AC sprain, that grade 3, does not do all 3 ligaments that's around that joint there. But I guess they proceeded to go ahead and have the surgery to make sure it's stable, to be able to have a comfortable throw in his future. So they obviously believe he's the future of their franchise, and they're going to make sure he's healthy. So crazy. Sucks to not be able to watch him play anymore, but he showed some bright side just there, the small games he could play. Julio Jones signed a 1-year deal with the Eagles. He's on their practice squad. That's kind of fun. Let's see here. CMC, is he going to play? That seems to be more of a pain tolerance related with his cartilage and rib. Debo's day-to-day with his shoulder. Jahmyr Gibbs is trending to play in Week 7, especially since David Montgomery should be out for a little bit. And they haven't said multiple weeks, but that's what they're kind of hinting on, in a rib cartilage issue. Ryan Tannehill, is he done? That was kind of the big question. We've already talked about that a little bit. And then Damien Harris. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw the scary injury of Damien Harris during the Bills game, and it just so happened to happen at the Bills game. But they brought an ambulance out, stretcher out, got him on the stretcher, took him out by the ambulance and everything. He's okay. Full motion in all extremities, just having some neck pain. Has already been released to the hospital. But as the ambulance was backing up to pick up Damien Harris, they had DeMar Hamlin jerseys hanging on the back windows of the ambulance, and he didn't even get injured in Buffalo. He got injured in Cincinnati, and they put DeMar Hamlin jerseys on the back of the ambulance. I didn't know what that was about. That just doesn't seem like a time to, I don't know.
It's about the story, bro. He won. He won the game of life.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if it's like
put
for
it in
open
all the
whatnot,
ambulances,
but it just seemed really weird.
Cities the world over, DeMar Hamlin jersey.
And then Deontay Johnson is maybe potentially playing this week. He's on that 21-day period of coming off the IR whenever the Steelers feel like he's ready to come back.
Hey, we had somebody else get added to the 21-day window today, too.
Who's
Kyler
that?
Murray.
Oh, yeah, I did see him practice for the first day.
And Jalen Ramsey, but that serves no purpose for us. But, yeah, but they're saying Dobbs is still going to start this week, and Murray wouldn't start to at least next week.
Are they really going to play him? Surely not, right?
Seems like it.
Huh.
What do they have to lose? They already suck anyway.
Well, be able to trade him away. Geez, seriously.
Valid.
That's about all. Oh, no, wait. I do have an interesting fact, though.
Yep.
NFL ACL count is now up to 24 this week.
Gosh, that's insane.
It sucks.
The NFL did say that they were going to start reviewing to see if they can get a more uniformed playing surface. So I wouldn't be surprised to see within the next 3 to 5 years that they go to something across the board that has to be the same everywhere.
I don't know why they haven't done that already. Where they not have the money to do it?
Because it's the no fun league. Come on.
No fun.
No reason why they can't do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that Tyler, do you want to do the player quiz now?
Yeah, legit. So this is not a player profile like I typically come up with. I'm a little bit different. So this is just a quiz to see y'all's knowledge. Can you name the 4 NFL teams that have a star in their logo?
Dallas,
Cowboys, Texans,
Titans,
Pittsburgh's Diamonds.
The fourth one's obviously the hard one.
Trey, don't look at it. I actually thought the Texans.
I'm not looking it up.
I thought the Texans was a hard one because I hadn't looked at their logo very much.
It's the you said
Patriots,
Titans,
Patriots.
Yeah. I was thinking the Patriots, but I wasn't sure if theirs was a star.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's all I got. It's an easy one. I honestly, it's been a hectic week, so I did not do a whole lot with it. I'll have one next week or a harder quiz for you guys.
Lit.
All
I'm
right.
ready for it.
So now let's get into the something different for this week. What we decided to do after week 6 is we're going to do a redraft of the rookies with the 4 of us. So you can all see that on the screen there.
Lit.
So we'll get started here.
I'm trading the 1-3 for the 1-1.
There's no timer here, so you can go as long as you. Yeah.
And
No,
No.
somebody put at least like 30 seconds on there. So Chase will spend all fucking night talking about everything.
No, I have my
Some
players
just fucking-
listed, Dre. I have them right here. I'm just going to take them as they come out.
Made a list.
So, and we're doing this based on what we know now. If we would redo this rookie draft, so
See.
let's see. I'm actually going to go right there.
Oh, what the-
Ah.
I was kind of thinking he would drop to me, honestly.
With how he's done, I think he's the top rookie scorer in fantasy right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, it's how you feel about him with Cooper Kupp coming back. Which,
yeah. But I mean, shit, their first game together, they still got 10 targets each.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right.
Cooper Kupp ever goes back down, yeah. Shoot.
So I'm making this draft pick in lieu of what Chase reported on earlier, but I'm taking Anthony Richardson. I think that he's got a gigantic future, and if we're talking dynasty, I think
Yep.
there's not a player on this list, maybe one that I think has the same amount of upside as this guy does. I think that he is. He's in a great spot. I think that he's going to be a stud. So that's who I'm taking at the 2.
also, I would like to point out that I just had to take the logo off the corner because it was
I know,
covering
but
Trey's
I was
face.
I had my phone pulled up to text you to ask you to take it off of there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I mean, shit. This is who the 101 should
Yeah.
be, just because of his. You don't see many bell cow running backs or the ability to be a bell cow running back, and he's that young, part of this offense. I know they haven't really given him as much of the work as you think, but hopefully, by the end of the year, he's going to be literally your Saquon Barkley rookie year, maybe even better by then. So
I thought about that, about going that way. I
God
was like,
damn. Hey, let me take them shits off, bro. The rest of that. Holy shit.
hey, I think you picked Devin Achane there. Are you gonna talk about him, or are you
fucking
just we're just
loud.
gonna sit here?
No, I'm not talking about any of these fucking picks. I'm just picking.
All right, pick.
It's obvious why I'm picking Devin Achane, bro. I don't need to say anything.
He's fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
All right, who's next? You got the next one.
Trey's got 2 in a row.
Motherfucker. Damn, shut up. Cheat out today. Some of us have a real job where we're not just telling people to flex their hand. Man, tight end is a very thin position, so I'm picking the guy that's been fucking killing it at tight end. I'm aware that I'm picking 2 like injured or questionable players, but
Dude, my
as far
guy's
as playing
season's
this
over
week-
with, so
Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, also true.
Yeah. I think now with the potential of Justin Jefferson maybe not coming back for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
They may be really trying to air it out. And I think Kirk Cousins has already said he's not going to drop his trade clause or forego his trade clause, I guess you can say. So he's there to stay. They're going to air it out as much as they can. I think Jordan Addison takes some of those targets, so he's going to be a good player for potentially the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And if Laporta was here at the 2-3, I would take him. But I'm going to take somebody who's had a great year so far in Zay Flowers. This guy has shown that he can get it done.
Yep.
He's a cog in that offense. He's going to be a stud. So I think the arrow's pointing up for him.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Good.
I'm going to go with the top rookie quarterback.
Yeah, amen. If he
CJ
wasn't, yeah, amen.
So, and then my other pick here.
Breaking records too.
So right before I do it, I'm going to see if you guys can figure it out. But he's the number 2 running back, and he's got 151 touches to the starters, 174 on the season.
To the starter touches.
He's the number 2. He's got 100.
Is it Jaleel McLaughlin?
Nope.
Tajay Spears.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we are.
Yeah, his snap count, or maybe it's his snap count or something, but regardless, his usage with Derrick Henry is damn near pretty, almost identical.
That's pretty good.
This is a hard spot to pick for me. So there's. All right, so I'm gonna pick this guy. Now I don't. Y'all gonna talk shit to me if I pick him, so I almost don't want to pick him.
What?
I'm gonna do that anyway, bro. It doesn't matter. Now I'm even more so ready to do so.
Okay, here I'm gonna take Rashee Rice, and the only reason is he's been consistent. This guy's been playing well. He's saddled up with Patrick Mahomes. It's gonna be there a while. Someone has to take over there. I don't know who it's gonna be, but they need somebody other than Kelsey.
Yep.
So I'm gonna shoot my shot with Rice.
They just traded for the guy.
You're probably right. Unfortunately,
It definitely could be. Huh?
you're probably right.
Oh, I'm between Jackson Smith and Jigba and Jahmyr Gibbs. I just don't see them not bringing in Jackson Smith and Jigba more into the tail end of this year. I think he's going to demand some targets away from Tyler Lockett after a little while, and then you just cannot give him the ball. Let's put it that way.
Well, if DK Metcalf keeps going up to people and randomly knocking them the fuck down, then he might have more opportunity to play.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I just think he's that good, and he's going to do well.
I'm obviously taking Mr. Gibbs, even though Detroit's kind of like dumb about him. Seems like.
Yeah, they said they can play him all over the field, and then they say
don't.
Montgomery's their bell cow.
They don't.
Make
Yeah,
up your fucking mind.
I feel like he's like the next Aaron Jones. Like he'll have games where he's gigantic, and then he'll have the next game where they'd be like, "Oh, he's on the team." He is on the team. Let's give him the ball. My next pick is somebody Will talked all kinds of shit about.
I knew this one was coming.
Actually, not a whole kinds of shit, but told me that he flat out sucked and was trash, and that I was a moron for picking him up. You know what?
I will point out that I don't remember saying that.
Doubling down. I remember.
That's pretty good.
I probably mainly just talk shit because he plays for the Colts.
That's what I thought at first, and then I asked you about it, and then you doubled down on the shit talk.
I mean,
I was like, oh man, he must be like maybe Josh Downs went to like a college that Will just like despises or whatever, and you're like, no man, I just think he sucks. Like, all right, bro. I didn't even know that I didn't even know I picked him. Really, it's okay.
So I would actually take Bryce Young right here, but I'm actually going to take this player because I want to talk about him real quick. So I really think that they're going to sell out Jerry Jeudy or Cortland Sutton. I think one of them are going to go, and they're just going to force feed this guy to see what they got in him. I mean, it was the first offensive player that Sean Payton drafted since he's come back as a coach. Like, you got to use him. You got to use him at some point this year, and now that your season's basically already done, see what you got in him. So I really think that his volume is going to increase as the year goes on, and then especially after they trade either Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton, I should say.
And if anybody watching hasn't seen the video of Steve Smith going off on Jerry Jeudy, you should watch it because it's pretty comical.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Holy
Pretty
smokes.
comical.
Yeah, don't piss off Steve Smith, my God.
No.
All right, so I'm going to take a guy. So I felt like overall this year's receiver class was weak, but it was good at tight end. Of course, I'd rather have Laporta, but I'm going to take Michael Mayer here because I think he's about to do something. I think he's integrated in the offense.
Yeah.
I was kind of stuck between him and Tank Dell, who I think Tank Dell is awesome, but and I watched a clip between. It was like an interview with Tank Dell where they were asking him about how he got on, with Houston and all that, his interviews and stuff, and he actually said that. I guess during the workouts, him and C.J. Stroud really meshed well together. And I guess after C.J. Stroud got drafted, he messaged him and said something to the effect of like, "Hey man, get me in there." And C.J. Stroud was like, "Yeah, I got you." And then they picked him. So
Yeah.
I think he's honorable mention for me. I do like the way he plays. He's just so small, but I mean, if he treats his career like other small good receivers with long careers like Tyler Lockett, where you kind of work to avoid getting absolutely demolished.
Yeah.
So.
I would agree with that. Let's see. Who do I want to take with my last pick? There's a couple options I could go with here. You mentioned Tank Dell. Jonathan Mingo got a lot of targets. There's a guy that I drafted.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten a lot of targets with the exception of the last week. I think Dalton Kincaid from a dynasty perspective is going to be a good pick because of how Buffalo uses the tight end with what's his face. But
especially when Stephon Diggs gets pissed off and decides to pull an Antonio Brown at some point.
Yeah.
Good Lord. He needs Devontae's perfect size hit, and I don't know if there's anybody gonna give him that.
No. Well, it's not allowed in the league anymore.
That's true.
So, but I think I'm gonna go.
Well,
Musgrave.
It wasn't allowed then.
No.
Perfect. He got it.
Musgrave. I like it.
Mr. Concussion.
Yeah. So he's been getting a lot of looks from Jordan Love, with the exception of the Detroit game. 1 catch on 1 target for 1 yard, but leading the team with interceptions last week, getting a lot of targets. He seems to be one of Jordan Love's favorite targets.
It's so funny. I'm pretty sure that I, at the beginning of the season, not even the season, like it was still like right after the draft, I picked up Tucker Kraft, which was the other rookie tight end, and I was like, you know what? I bet you he outplays Luke Musgrave. God, was I wrong? Mm-hmm. I don't think. I think he's like a healthy scratch every single week. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So God, was I wrong?
Yeah. So, we wanted to do something different for you there. Doing a redraft of the rookies, just to kind of see how much difference it would be from what we actually did this year versus how it would look.
I think it'd be really interesting to do just the whole, like not just rookies, just do everybody and see how high up like David Montgomery goes, or how up, some of these people that you're just like I thought they'd be okay. Like, I mean, hell, I traded you David Montgomery and Devonta, or what was his name?
Dante Foreman.
Dante Foreman for what? I can't remember what that trade was. But like looking back,
Gabe Davis and my 2nd round pick.
God, that was so stupid. I'd rather have Montgomery at this point.
Yeah. I can't imagine how my team would look right now if I didn't have Montgomery, because I already don't have running backs as it is.
Imagine if you and I never made a trade at all, Will. Because I've made 3 trades with you.
Mm-hmm.
One of which I would say has worked in my favor. The other 2 I've got screwed on, because I traded mainly for Williams. He got hurt the next game.
Yep. And Waddle played well for me last year.
And Waddle played great. And then I think I gave you Njoku or Gerald Everett.
Gerald Everett with that too.
Which is the draft pick? I don't remember who I got. Oh, Anthony Richardson. That's who I got. So, I'll take it. Yeah.
That one worked.
Never mind.
Yeah, that should be all right.
Yeah.
Especially since you have him in your taxi squad, and now he's in season-ending injury.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, which is lucky, because, I mean...
Perfect use of the taxi squad there.
Very lucky that he's on taxi. And I had contemplated taking him off, but I made that trade with Will, and I thought, well, Josh Allen's probably going to be a little...
Are you really going to play him over Josh Allen? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I would have played him over Lamar in certain situations, but I don't think I would play him over Josh Allen in any.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Looking at the matchups for this week real quick before we wrap this thing up, I'm playing Trey.
Twice. 2 leagues.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Um,
no
The
bench?
no bench.
Yeah, you're gonna
Trey
lose them
is
both.
Trey is projected to beat me by 30 points, but that's mainly because my entire bench is bye weeks or injured.
Damn.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's how Grant's team looks. Grant's team
Yeah.
is like that too this week. He's got
So Tyler's playing Grant Collins, who's the same way. Tyler's projected to win by 28. Jed is playing Grant Robinson, and they are projected to be within 0.45 of each other right now, based
Wow.
on their starting lineup. So that looks to be a close game. Chase is playing Wendell. Chase is projected to lose. Have you not updated your lineup or?
No, I played a smart one, boys.
All right.
So I have Roshan Johnson. I switched Pat Fryermuth while he was still on the IR. I switched him into my bench even though he was still listed as out. And then I put Roshan Johnson even though he was still listed as out. I put him on the IR. That way, if Roshan Johnson is healthy and plays, I can pull him out of the IR and take Deontay Foreman out, and then boom, can go that way. But if Roshan Johnson is out, then I can still change my lineup however I need. But I don't want to have to drop somebody else and then just Deontay Foreman if Roshan Johnson will actually play. So
Makes sense. And then the final matchup is Hayden playing Sweet Pea. Hayden's projected to win by 34. Oh, who do we like? Who we don't like? Forgot about that.
I was about to text you. I was about to text you and say start from fifth.
Yeah. All right, Kamish, go ahead and get us started.
All right, I am starting Marquise Brown against Seattle. They give it up to wide receivers. I think that Josh Dobbs is not a terrible quarterback. I think he can actually get it done. Marquise Brown has had tons of targets. Chase, just turn your camera off. He's had tons of targets. I think he's going to continue to be a funnel this week, and I think he goes off. My sit of the week is going to be Jared Goff, who is not in a good matchup.
really,
Yeah, and I don't like this because I've got Sam Laporta, so I don't like this. But Goff this year has been much worse on the road than at home, and it is not a very good matchup. So I am sitting Jared
Sitting
Goff.
a top 5 quarterback is ballsy.
I'm quite a fan of Jared Goff too, but I don't think I'm going to say. Typically, I say my starts of the week I want him to get 20. My sits I want to get less than 10. With the quarterback, I'm going to say less than 14 is a good sit.
14.
Yeah,
Dang, okay.
Let's make it 12. I'll say less than 12.
Shit.
Fair enough.
Damn.
All right, Captain Clutch. What you
Okay. These they don't really have any statistics behind it, and I just got gut feelings. Okay, so for my favorite, I have Devontae Smith against the Dolphins. They're going to have to score, and I really think Devontae Smith is going to be the beneficiary of that.
Didn't he sit out practice today?
Did he? I don't know.
A hamstring injury or something like that. I think he's got a hamstring injury.
Well, tell him to get the fuck over it. Chris Olave is my guy that I am not favored of because I think Derek Carr is not very good.
But is he better than Aiden O'Connell?
He was.
Oh my God, he's better than all of our quarterbacks combined. But I don't know. Derek Carr. There's one thing that I learned about Derek Carr, having him for 8-9 years. Whenever he has like a 380 yard or 350 yard a game, he follows it up with the stupid 220 yard game, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. And that's just what's going to happen with Jacksonville this Thursday night, especially. Short practice week. And Chris Olave, I think, did get quite a bit of targets last week, but the week before that, he got like 2 points, like all together. So yeah, I don't know, just got a gut feeling.
All right, Trey, who you got?
Man, so y'all are not gonna fucking believe this. But my start of the week, one and only, Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Because, listen,
We went with somebody
He's been-
different.
Damn,
Right.
holy smokes.
listen,
That's why he picked his ass
exception of
up.
last week against Detroit.
Even though
and
they
I think
scored 6 points.
I think he sucked last week. But I think Atlanta's not good. So I think he has a good game. And honestly, I'm trying to speak into existence him having at least a 20-point game so that I feel good about starting him because I didn't have much of a choice.
All right. I'll
He's
be
gonna
looking out
have
for that.
fucking 50 against me. Don't worry.
That's a smoking hot take. That's just
That
not
is.
like a hot
I
take.
thought you were going to say Tyreek Hill.
No, bro.
That's
And then
your method.
my sit. Not necessarily my sit, but my I don't think this guy's going to be that good this week. Raheem Mostert.
Oh my gosh.
He's got the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a good matchup. He'll still be good, but he won't have a gigantic game.
Less than
Like, I mean,
13.
I would say sub 15.
Sub 15. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, sub
15 is your line.
Yeah, well, because I mean, like he's had he's 13, 25, 45, 4, 14, 34. His 4 was against Buffalo, and I feel like.
But that was the game Achane went off
Achane.
for 200 yards.
Wait, the game that Achane had his gigantic game, Raheem Mostert also.
No, yeah,
Also had like 40
Okay.
points.
that was the Denver
The
game
Buffalo game was the one that they shut everybody down.
Yeah.
at Buffalo.
Both takes.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were
I
going to say
think-
Justin Jefferson this week.
I think they nope.
Which, hey, Vikings getting that dub. That really helps my team. They need another dub. I don't think
that
they're
way
going to
he
get it
comes
this
back.
week against the 49ers. But,
The 49ers are beatable.
well,
Bro,
Not by
the
the
Browns beat them. The
Yeah.
Browns, dog.
can we discuss
P.J.
the
Walker.
4-leg parlay that we made last week?
Oh, yeah. Did we hit that?
So, Zay Flowers got a touchdown.
You're
Kyle
welcome.
Pitts
No,
got
you're welcome.
a touchdown.
No, don't hang on a second. Hold on. This is not.
That was my bet. You're welcome.
It was your bet. Give me the It's recorded, so we can go back and watch it.
Listen,
You're welcome, Chase.
Well, there's no welcome yet because I wanted to do a TJ Hawkinson anytime touchdown, but my free bet was going to expire, so I just put the Raiders to win the game money line. So that hit. The only one that
Who do we
didn't
have to
hit,
blame?
George Kittle anytime touchdown. I missed a chance to get $1,040. George Kittle was a little bitch.
I've
Damn.
come to find out that these parlays that I put together, that a lot of them usually can hit pretty well. They never fucking hit for me. So, like,
It was just
I
so
had
fun.
I had one on the baseball game 2 nights ago, and part of it was just some bullshit about the top of the first inning would have no hits, and the bottom of the first inning would have no runs. The second pitch of the game in the top of the first inning, single. Bottom of the first inning, first pitch, home run. It's like,
damn.
Maybe
You
you
might
should
as well give up.
bet the opposite of what you're thinking. Really.
yeah.
There you go.
But back to stardom, Sid'em. If McCaffrey doesn't play, start the shit out of Jordan Mason because
So
he
what's
looked
happening
really
with
good
Elijah
in action.
Mitchell?
He got hurt.
Yeah, I think he's still on injured reserve.
No, he played last week. He just had negative
he did?
3 or negative 0.3 points or something.
What
Oh,
Jordan Mason has played really well, even with McCaffrey being healthy.
Okay.
So I think Mason's going to be the one to take over if McCaffrey doesn't play.
So who do I
Um,
sit to start Jordan Mason?
I don't know.
Your entire team.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'll trade him to you.
A.J.
Will.
Brown.
What you want? Good idea.
My sit of the week is anybody that is on the Indianapolis Colts because they play Cleveland and Cleveland's defense is very good.
Oh God, I don't have a choice but to start them guys that I got, man. I don't have a choice.
Like, it's one of those. I don't think Minshew throws for over 200 yards, and I don't think they have over 100 yards rushing as a team.
Dude,
Like
it's
Jonathan
gonna,
Taylor and Zach Moss, neither one.
it's gonna be the game that makes no sense. Like the Browns scored like 40 points and the Colts
Yeah, dude,
scored
what if
like
it actually
36.
is that game? Like, for whatever reason, the Browns just,
It's
they were
gonna be
able to
that.
stop the Niners, but they
Yep.
can't stop fucking Minshew mania.
It's what Minshew mania.
That's what the NFL's about. It's all in the script.
That's what I was going to say. It's all in the script, baby. All in the script.
Oh, that's funny. It
Any final thoughts from the boys?
was a fun show.
Oh, I
boys.
do. Yeah, I do have a thought, man. We skipped my segment because there wasn't much. But I just want to say, fuck you, Tyler, for picking that guy up for $30-something and then dropping him the fucking next week.
Hey,
Also
Deontay
for
Foreman?
$35.
did you start Deontay Foreman, Chase?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fucking welcome. You're welcome.
What?
He had 6 points. He sucked.
Yeah, he didn't do very good, but I didn't really have any other options. Thanks.
Doesn't matter. He got 6 points out. You didn't. There's no way you didn't have anybody on your bench that outscored that. There's no way.
I think Cortland Sutton with a garbage time touchdown.
Still counts.
I mean, yes, it still counts.
Put a
but
bag
like-
on my head still counts.
Hey.
Yeah, you
Hey.
got Antonio Gibson with more points. You got Cortland Sutton. You got Jameson Williams. You're welcome.
No, you should tell Will you're welcome.
That's who I'm talking to.
One other thing that I want to point out that I mentioned to you guys off the air before we started, but if you take a look at the actual median versus the median of what it would be if we used our like perfect lineup amount of points,
Yeah.
this past week was the best week for the league as a whole.
Makes no
Is we
sense.
hit 85.7% of what we could have on the median, whereas
Oh.
week 5 we were at 78.4%.
Damn.
That's insane.
On the season, we're at 83.1, with the difference being right at 27 points a week.
So do you have it in front of you? Who is the most efficient manager to the least efficient for the,
Yeah,
for the whole
so
season?
Sweet Pea is still the best at 94.4%. He's only missed by 49 points.
Damn.
Hayden
impressive,
second at
dude.
89%, Wendell at 88.8, Grant Robinson 87.4, Tyler 85.9, Chase 85.3, I'm at 84.2, Trey at 82.9, Jed at 80.6, and Grant Collins at 78.2%.
Wow.
His
man.
projected points for is 1,000.08 if he plays his best lineup every week.
Damn.
Also, I did a record if we used those projected points, and Grant Collins would jump from 6-6 to 9-3.
So what are the rest of that? Because now I want to know.
So Hayden's record would stay the same at 9-3. Chase would go from 9-3 to 10-2. Tyler stays the same at 8-4. Sweet Pea goes from
All right.
7-5 to 5-7. Wendell goes from 6-6 to 5-7. Grant Collins 6-6 to 9-3. Grant Robinson goes from 5-7 to 6-6. I go from 4-8 to 3-9. Trey stays the same at 4-8, and then
Of
Jed
course.
drops from 2-10 to 1-11.
Trey looks like an album cover right now. He looks like he's about to go shoot somebody.
He's the real person that killed Tupac.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Bro. Did y'all see where they said this is irrelevant as fuck, but did y'all see where that guy they arrested said Diddy paid him $1 million to do it?
Yep,
Man.
sure
I
did.
saw where Jada Pinkett still talks about how she wishes.
Oh
Tupac
my
was
God,
around.
I wish you would crawl in a hole and die. Not literally, not literally die, but you know, like just the thought of her for everyone across the I just can't stand her. She's evil. Fucking. You guys seen the episode of South Park where Chef's like about to get married to that succubus and he just doesn't realize that and the boys have to save him at the end of the episode?
Get married
Like-
to a what?
A succubus.
A succubus.
A succubus. Just look it up, dog.
How do you spell it?
SUCCUBUS.
Speaking of Jada Pinkett, somebody took the picture
a
of
demon. A demon. Okay, cool.
somebody took the picture of Tupac where he's sitting in the car, like the last picture
Yeah.
of him, and put Jada Pinkett with half of her head showing up over the window like she's giving head in the car.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, my God.
Man.
And then somebody else was like, Jada Pinkett said, "Oh, I was in the back seat when it happened," or whatever.
Fantasy football, guys.
Yeah. Well, hey, y'all didn't want to talk about Taylor Swift. Figure we could start to talk about
No,
Tupac
yeah,
and Jada
let's
Pinkett.
avoid. I'm so fucking. I want
Hey,
her
did
to
y'all
be
see
out,
the-
out of the sport.
Did you see the picture? It was the picture from when it was the. Did the Chiefs play the Eagles? Is that who they played? Chiefs played the Eagles, right? Did
No.
that happen this year?
No, they played
Okay,
the
well, it was
Broncos.
Then what it was that they only played the Broncos this year.
Oh, this year. No, I thought you meant this past week. You're a bitch.
So this year, so there's a picture when there was some guy, the tin hat guy was like, "Oh, here's the NFL script, giving you a foreshadowing into the future," and it was a picture from the drone behind the offensive line of the Eagles, and it had Kelsey, Hurts, Swift,
Swift.
all
Yeah.
right there in a row. And I was like, "There it
That's
is.
awesome.
There
Yeah.
it is. Foreshadowing."
Man,
Jeez Louise.
Mm.
Roger Goodell got extended to 2027.
And the rumor is that this will likely be his last extension, and he'll retire after this one because the last two commissioners have retired at 63 and 65, and he's 63 now.
man, who's
done-
gonna be next? Are you guys gonna apply for the job?
Damn straight.
Fuck yeah, he'll make over
Run.
$700 million in his life after this deal is over with.
Uh,
$700 million to be the commissioner of the National Football League. Fucking sign me up.
I'm not making anything to be the commissioner of this league.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
Steve
right.
Trey.
yeah, just like fucking Xbox, Trey leaves without saying bye to anybody. I bet his phone died or something. So,
All right.
all right. Well, on that note, thanks for shooting the shit.
Deuces.
See y'all next week.